It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Oakland Raiders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Touchdown. That's what I do.
On first down, it's Morrison. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber.
Second down, Haskins. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Haskins, third and long. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And take it right at the 35. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over, first and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Cannon Balaj. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Room here to run. And now the rookie's free. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Browns' 23-yard line.
Let's go. He's 60 yards. 56. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Buddy up. Mike 51. Mike 51.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. That is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield going for Metcalf on the deep, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Browns. 44 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way, just reached up and pulled it in, had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Set, 20. Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
Mayfield off the play fake. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Browns have taken the lead. Now for the point after.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Makes the score Browns 14, Raiders 7. John Brown set to kick off.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. But he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great...
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards. How about this 1st quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14. Raiders 7.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
On the set. 51. Go.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Morrison, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
You slam. You got tape.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
Mike 51. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 51. Let it go.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And taken at the 46. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield flush to his right. He'll try and run it. He gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on fourth down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's second down.
Second and 10.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
The ball carried by the wide receiver. Intended for DK Metcalf. Incomplete.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Throwing on second down, Haskins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now Haskins to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken in at the 22. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
33.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Mayfield going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Haskins. And this is going to be incomplete.
So it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Going to give this time to the tailback. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Now Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here we go. What's that? It's a Pittsburgh. Wild Bill.
They go play action with Haskins. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. That's Aguilar with it on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here we go.
They'll try the left side. Morrison. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check 52.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
First down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
Watch that. Real. Watch that.
Mayfield. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker C.J. Mosley there in coverage.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Mayfield now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Set. 180.
50 seconds to Mike.
Come on, Jason. Watch that.
Mayfield now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
The Browns send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
2nd and 6 at the 48.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let him know, let him know.
Mayfield now from the 50. Throwing right, and that's complete. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Mayfield now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Mayfield. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's caught by Funchess. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check 15. Check 15.
Haskins on third down. Funches has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. From midfield now, Haskins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Haskins now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Haskins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realize
that he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, here's Haskins. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Browns on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Morrison. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Watch the run, watch the run. Quick dash. Come.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep down, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pick